Okay, so now we are in part 2 of our Google Classroom tutorial where we're going to talk about some more features and functions. We're going to add announcements, assignments, and post questions. So I switched over to my Google Classroom and I'm going to add an announcement. And the way I do that is by going to this little plus sign here. So I click the plus sign and then I go to create announcement and I start filling it in. So I'm just going to write, welcome to Google Classroom. Alright, so a couple things to point out here. You get this little For drop-down menu, and that is so that you can select which classes this announcement will go to. So it's highly recommended if you're teaching multiple sections of the same subject that you create them in advance so that when you're ready to start posting announcements and assignments, you can select all the classes that you want it to go in, and then you don't have to do it multiple times. You just post the announcement, or the assignment once, and you are good to go for all the classes that you want that to pop in. Alright, so the next thing here is that you can add a topic. So we'll just call this, we'll create a new topic. We'll call it Introduction. Alright, and this is a really important thing to set also, because if you don't set it, you're just going to get a continuous stream of announcements, assignments, and posts that are not organized in any particular way. And eventually, as you continue using it more and more, it's going to be really difficult to manage. So definitely fill in your topics, and then you'll be able to select them later so that it'll filter the stream for you. Alright, so the next thing you can do is you can add a file if you'd like to for this announcement. So if you use the paperclip, that'll come from the computer or a flash drive. If you go to the drive icon, that'll come right out of your drive. You can upload from YouTube, or you can have hyperlinks. For this announcement, I'm not going to add a file, so I'm just going to post it, but I go over here and there's another drop down. There's a couple of things you can do when posting. You can either post it immediately, you can schedule it, so we'll just click on that and you can see. So maybe I want to make this announcement, but I don't really want to post it until Friday. I can select Friday. But I don't want to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and let it pop up. The other thing I could do is save a draft. So obviously if I'm not done with whatever I wanted to say, if I ran out of time, whatever, I can just save a draft and come back and work on it later. But I'm done, so I'm going to click post, and there you have it. There's my announcement. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is add an assignment. So I'm just going to go back down here to my plus sign, go up to create assignment, and I'm going to create an assignment. And this assignment, I'm going to call it Digital Citizenship. And I'm going to actually post a set of directions here, and so I'm going to tell the kids I want them to read the directions, and then I want them to tell me what they learned about digital citizenship. So I'll say, actually, look through the attached PowerPoint on digital citizenship, then create a doc. Alright, so I can tell them to create a doc. I said, look through the attached PowerPoint on digital citizenship, then create a doc that describes digital citizenship in your own words. I'm going to make that due on Friday. And don't forget, if you want this to post in multiple classes, go to the drop-down arrow and select where you want it to post. I only want it here, so I'm fine there. And I can either create a new topic, or I can just, go to Unit 1. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this all about Unit 1. And now I want to grab a file. So I'm going to get one from my computer here. And we'll get this digital citizenship overview. Open it. Upload. Alright, so here it is, and now I have some options of what I can do with this file. I can either allow my students to view the file, I can allow them to edit the file, or I can make a copy for each student. I don't want them to edit it, I just want them to look through it, and then I want them to create their own document and answer some questions. So I'm just going to have them view the file. So I click Students Can View File, and then I'm going to go ahead and assign it. And here is my assignment, Digital Citizenship, with the directions to look through the PowerPoint. So in the next tutorial, I'm going to show you what it looks like from the student view and how they can upload work that they've already created or create new work right from within Google Classroom. But that's going to be in part 3. For now, I'm going to go ahead and add another assignment so I can show you the different ways we can do this. Alright, so this is going to be, we're going to call it class notes. Alright. We'll say open the attached file and take notes. Alright, and we're going to make that due today. We're just going to make it due today. And then the topic, we'll just say, we can put it under Unit 1, or we can create a new topic. I can create a topic. So I'm just going to create a new topic, and we'll just call it notes. And then if I want to, all the notes I give throughout the year, I can just, select this topic and call them notes. Alright, so I am going to attach a file from my drive. Go to my drive, go here, and we're just going to grab the class notes and add that there. And this time I want to do something different with this file. I'm going to select Students Can Edit the File. So I'm going to select that, and then I will go ahead and assign it. So what that does is it actually creates one file, and you can see the new post go on top. That creates one file that all the students can access and edit at the same time. Okay, so I'm going, and I'll show you what that looks like from student view. And then we're going to add the final type of assignment here. Okay, and we're going to say, we'll call this assignment 1. Alright, so we'll say open the file and answer the question for our directions, and let's see, we'll make that due tomorrow. And we'll select our topic so we can put that in Unit 1. And now we're going to add another file from Drive. And we will, let's see, grab it here. We'll add that assignment 1 file. And now I want to do something different here. This says Students Can View File, and I want to make a copy for each student, and I'm going to go ahead and assign that now. Okay, so the difference between each student getting a copy and the whole class being able to edit is that this becomes a private document. So when the students open this to work on it, they're going to get the name of the assignment dash their name, and then it's just you and the student are the only one that can see it. Nobody else in the class can see it unless they decide to share it with someone else in the class. And then the class notes, everybody in the class can see it all at the same time. So that pretty much wraps up how to add assignments and the different types of assignments that you can add. And I'll show you when we get to student view what that looks like from their view. So next we're just going to go ahead and create a question. This is really very simple. We'll say, how do you like your Google Classroom training? Instructions, make a post below. Alright, we won't have a due date, and here we'll just call it feedback. Alright, and then how do I want people to answer? Do I want to make it multiple choice, or do I want it to be short answer? And I'm just going to select short answer here. And then you can see here's some options. Would you like students to be able to reply to each other? That means that it sort of looks like Facebook, a post on Facebook, and then everybody can read the thread, all the comments that have been added. If you decide to turn this off, then it'll be a private comment that just goes to you only, and you'll be the only one able to read it. The students won't be able to see each other's. But for a question post, I like to leave it there. And then you can decide if you want students to be able to edit their answers or not. And the same thing here, you can ask it now, schedule it, or save a draft. So I think we're in good shape. We're just going to go ahead and ask the question, and here it pops up, and then I can add my class comment. And that's it. So that pretty much covers the basics of adding assignments and announcements and making posts. So again, in the next section, we'll talk about the student view. I hope that was helpful.